What's good, YouTube? Wilddoc Studios here, and today I'm going to go over the Ready Player Me character-based tool with GASP integration. So a couple of days ago, a Discord and Patreon member reached out asking if I could assist in getting the Ready Player Me character-based tool up to Unreal Engine 5.5. That's out on Patreon right now. I recorded a video about the update, and again, if you want to see how that's done, you can always go back to the 5.1 video. Not much has changed there. However, a lot has changed with the Ready Player Me SDK, and the reason this fella, my Patreon member reached out, and by the way, shout out to Kava. Appreciate you reaching out and as always, giving me inspiration on things to do that could be helpful to the community. So one of the things was the old Ready Player Me system used a web wrapper component that was kind of like integrated into Unreal Engine's web plugin. And I wrote some custom code for the callback there. I did a couple of things with the way that they handled skeletal meshes because you couldn't really retarget as a child mesh. So there's a couple of different things that I've done in the tool. And what I've done now is I went and grabbed the updated SDK. So if you go take a look in the plugins, it's pretty clean. It's just the Ready Player Me content and plugin. I've expanded the SDK a tad bit, not too much. So we'll talk about the blueprint for the avatar creator. So for whatever reason, in their getting started example, the avatar creation widget is inside of the level blueprint. So I've made this portable class, and you'll see it here in the sample. If we go right over here, you'll see that it's right here, portable editor. So basically this makes this very modular, and it can be put into any level. I've also removed all references to casting to the class. So now what that means is, unlike this guy, not the preview editor, but unlike their actual character in the quick start, where everything was casted hard-coded to this guy and all the logic was hard-coded, now when we hit play, and by the way, if I hit F8, we can highlight this guy here. You'll see that there is an interface on the class defaults. So let's hit stop, class settings, go to interfaces. You'll see this Ready Player Me interface. What that did was allowed me to no longer cast but call and check for the component before doing these other calls. And it also allowed me to pass this load avatar call directly into the avatar updated function, so that essentially you can just take the Ready Player Me component now and put it on any class and utilize it. So yeah, as long as you have this component and you're referencing the proper mesh on the call, my C++ edits on the SDK will handle everything else. So that means that this mesh can be a child of something that it's copying the animation data from, or it can be the parent, doesn't really matter anymore. So yeah, you have this portable editor. And if I hit play here, I kept all of the GASP implementation intact. So what does that mean exactly? So if you go look at GASP, the original project, they had a bunch of characters in here, Echo, Paragon. I added Ready Player Me. And then if we go look at, they even have a metahuman here. But if you go look at the retargeted character, this is where all of the child characters exist. Ready Player Me is just one of those child characters now. That also includes the component that you need. And a part of that meant that I check for whether or not the character class implements the interface, because if we hit play here and I hit in, it toggles through all of these characters. So I didn't want to break that functionality. I wanted to keep as much intact as I could. And then if we hit, let's say we're not on a Ready Player Me and I hit Q to try to load, it's going to say, hey, I can't do that because I don't have the interface. But if we cycle back around, you'll see that we can hit Q And the new editor, let me full screen this for you guys to make it easier. But the new avatar editor will pop up, and you can pretty much make all of your avatar changes, and when it's done, you're good. And again, all of the animations are very, very smooth. All the transitions work as you would expect with GASP. And yeah, this should get you guys going relatively quickly. So again, I'm not going to go through start to finish how I did this like I did with ALS. I think that keeping this thing short and sweet is probably more valuable to you. This will be on my Patreon as soon as this video goes up. So those of you who have been pulling the tool and using the ALS integration, it's going to just be the newest entry there. If you haven't joined the Wild Ox Studios Discord, consider joining the community, the family over there. We got a group of awesome devs that are always willing to help out. If you're not a member of the Wild Ox Studios YouTube, consider joining that family there. And as always, hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, happy developing and toodles.